and a lot more things were said. And we went further to talk of the qualifications of a bona fide spiritual master. And instantly we quoted the verse, Bacho vegam kruda manasa vegam, jiva vegam udara pasta vegam. Etan vegam yo vishaita adira, salvam apimam pritivim sasyat. And that meant that a sober person who can tolerate the urge to speak, the mind's demands, the actions of anger, and the urges of the tongue, belly, and genitals is qualified to make disciples all over the world. That means a guru must be a master of his senses. One who can act as a guru must be a master of his senses and not a servant of his senses. And another quotation was given, essential quotation. Tad Vigyanatam sa gurum evabigashet. Samit pani strotriam brahmanistam. And that meant that to understand these things properly, one must humbly approach with firewood in hand, a spiritual master who is learned in the Vedas and firmly devoted to the absolute truth. So we said with firewood in hand. What does that mean in this context? With firewood in hand. Actually, that meant that we should approach the guru whenever we are going to the guru. We should go with something that can help the guru in his devotional service. Maybe you can go with flowers, you can go with fruits, you can go with something that can facilitate his services. In this way, we go with a firewood in our hand to meet the guru. And this guru, the qualification is that the guru must be very learned in the Vedas. He must be philosophically very sound. Yes. That means a guru should be one who is expert in conveying the deep meanings of the Vedas. Very learned in the Vedas. And also, that is subde. And it should be pare also. That means it must be very staunch, but very expert in rendering services, practical devotional services to Krishna. And that these are the qualifications of a bona fide spiritual master. Yes, is somebody who has taken full shelter of the spiritual energy of Krishna in devotional service. And it does not deviate and it does not fall down. So these are some of the qualifications of a bona fide spiritual master. And generally in India, there's a notion that if you are born into a Brahmana family, you're automatically a Brahmana, whether you have qualifications or not. And if you are born into a Kshatriya family, you are a Kshatriya even if you don't have the qualifications. And we are saying here, Lord Chaitanya is saying that no. Achara prashara namera karaha dui karya. To me, Sarva Guru, to me, Jagatere Arya. It doesn't matter where you are born from, provided you have the qualities, even if you are born into the family of Sudras or outcasts. If you have the qualifications of a Brahmana, you are a Brahmana. And if you are born into a Brahmanica family and you do not have the qualifications, you are not a Brahmana. You cannot be a bona fide spiritual master. That means the spiritual master must be qualified, must have the qualities of a spiritual master. So you simultaneously perform both duties in relation to the holy name by your personal behavior and by your preaching. Therefore, you are the spiritual master of the entire world, for you are the most advanced devotee in the world. This is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Lila. that the qualifications expressed in this connection are that one must act according to the scriptural injunctions and at the same time preach. To preach by his personal examples, and it's also preach the philosophy. Personal example means he must be a foremost servant of the Lord, exemplarily. The one who does so is a bona fide spiritual master. And here, Lord Chaitanya quoted that Kiba Vipra Kiba Nyasi, Sudra Kene Naya, Ye Krishna Tatwa Veta Sei Guru Haya. And that means whether one is a Brahmana, a sannyas, or a Sudra, regardless of what he is, he can become a spiritual master if he knows the signs of Krishna. The signs of Krishna there means knowing how to do devotional service, knowing that Krishna is the object of our devotional service and our lives will be molded to please Krishna. If you are convinced in that and you are situated in that, that means you are qualified to become a guru. You yourself must be loyal to the Paramparam system. You must have a guru. But more qualifications are given that even without any qualification, one can become a spiritual master. How? Now the process is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Amara Agyaya, on my order. That is the crucial point. That one does not become spiritual master by his own whims. That is not a spiritual master. He must be ordered by a superior authority. That means he must be connected to the Paramparam proper. That means the guru must have his own guru. His own guru must have his own guru in the line of Parampara. Then is a bona fide guru. So on my order, on the order of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, through the Parampara, one can become a guru. You don't just wake up and become a self-styled guru. You give yourself some name and add some big title to it and you start acting as a guru. No, you must be authorized by the gurus in the Parampara. And in our Prabhupada setting, it is there. The structure is there, administrative structure is there. You must be within the structure of Srila Prabhupada. Then the gurus there, who are also checkmating, who are there to check the activities of those who are trying to act as devotees. You can be qualified according to their standards, by the GBC standard and by the Guru standard. They watch your activities, they delegate somebody to watch your activities, get reports. Then if you have no problem, if you have no philosophical fall down, and you are loyal to the Parampara, and you are faithful to Krishna, then based on your degree of surrender, you'll be allowed to become a guru. So you must be within the structure, you must function within the structure. So this is the check and balance we have. Then the spiritual master, Amara Agya, just like in our case, our superior authority, our spiritual master, he ordered me that you just try to preach this gospel. Whatever you have learned from me in English. So we have tried it. That's all. Srila Prabhupada, comparatively, was a Grihastha. And there were sannyasi disciples of his guru. But Srila Prabhupada's guru looked at him and he saw that he was very, very attentive in the classes and he was very meticulous. He saw the seriousness in him and he looked through and he saw that, yeah, this is somebody who has the qualities of a disciple. He's attentive, he's faithful, and he's ready to carry out. So he ordered him, he singled him out and told him, if you ever have money, print books, and you should go to the West and preach in English to the Westerners. So these are the two instructions given to Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada took these instructions to heart, and he was so determined. And he went to the West with these instructions in his heart. And there was divine intervention, and he succeeded. So on his order, you become a guru. You must be authorized. Okay? You cannot wake up one day and become a guru. Self-styled way. No. This is our process. Now, we come to the point of selecting a guru. And that was where we stopped last time. How to select a guru. How to select a guru. There are some inappropriate ways of selecting a guru. Can we brainstorm some of the inappropriate ways of selecting a guru? Want to select a guru? What are some inappropriate ways and motives for selecting a guru? Can we talk a little bit of that? Wrong reasons for taking a guru. Anyway, one of the wrong ways is you are selecting a guru because you like the way he smiles. You want to take guruship, you want to take initiation from somebody maybe just because you like the way he smiles, you like the way he dances, you like the way he carries his body when he's moving around. You see that there is an opportunity. He has very big disciples in different parts of the world. So there will be opportunity for economic security for you and your family. So you want to take initiation from him so that you can have connection, business dealings with his disciples elsewhere. These are some wrong reasons. And you can contribute to this list, please. We want it to be a bit interactive because there is so much noise here. And I'm just trying to fight through. So
There's another thing.
yeah.
You see, most people select gurus based on the performance of his devotees. For example, like if a devotee of a guru has mystical powers and he's performing and he's getting money, richer, and things are moving well for him, a lot of people think that because this devotee is performing very well, so they definitely want to choose that guru so that they can also become rich and other things. But at the end of the day, when they choose the guru, you could see that their system and their style of living also is different from what they compare to. They were expecting that the guru will also make them rich or get certain qualities and
Thank you very
certain
much.
things.
You got to the point.
Mm.
Yes. Some people rate devotees' performance, external performance. Like this devotee is doing so financially well. So if I take initiation from his guru, it becomes my god brother, then he can also assist me to become financially well situated. So based on that, you don't care for his sadhana, whether his sadhana is good, whether he's following principles, or what you see is he's doing well financially, and you want to be financially connected and also take advantage of his level. So you decide to take initiation from that. That's one of the wrong ways of selecting a group. Yes. Thank you very much. For some external material things and not a spiritual focus. So it's very big points. Very big points. If you take a guru based on these considerations, along the line you will become dissatisfied and you would like to abandon the guru because the motive is wrong. And we are going to come to that. If you take a guru, it's a big offense to renounce one's guru. You don't take a guru and later you feel that you have made mistake, then you want to renounce your guru. It becomes a very big offense, very devastating offense, mad elephant offense. So we have to be very careful, when taking a guru, when selecting a guru. And the recommendation is that you should study the guru for at least 1 year. And the guru will also have a chance to study you for at least 1 year. You'll be chanting his pranams, following his instructions, and observing him very closely for 1 year at least before you take initiation. Because once you take initiation, there's no question of going back. Trying to go back means you are committing offense. You are going to commit serious offense that your spiritual life is spoiled. So these are some of the reasons. Can somebody give one more reason, at least? One of the wrong reasons for taking a guru. The guru is very handsome. Very handsome, and when he smiles, everybody thrill. Yes, this is the person I would take as a guru. Look very sweet. What about the spiritual conviction? Is it properly connected to the Parampara? What is his level of loyalty to Srila Prabhupada? How does he manifest it? Is it properly acting, is functioning properly within the regulations of the Parampara? You have to consider how strong is his spiritual practices. You have to consider. You have to see that he's really focused. He has given himself fully to the service of Krishna. Even if he is not materially educated, provided he's fixed in his devotional service to Krishna, you can take him as a guru. So that brings us to today's point. Steps for selecting a guru. So therefore, the process is before accepting a guru, one must hear him at least for 1 year. And when he is convinced that here is actually a guru who can teach me, then you accept him, guru. Don't accept whimsically, because it's a commitment. And once you accept, you have to. So these are some of the criteria. Following steps are adopted from ISKCON law regarding steps towards initiation. The laws are presented in full in Appendix 5. In the student handbook, if you go to Appendix 5, you will see the full laws presented. Appendix 5, page 72. Page 72, Appendix 5. Page 72, Appendix 5. That's where you will get all the laws defined. So you should on your own go and read more about that. But for now, we are here. The first step is 1 year preparation. 1 year preparatory period at least before you take a guru. 1 year preparatory. That's why the gurus give you their pranam. So chant my pranam for at least 1 year. They ask you how long have you been chanting my pranam. Then you have to let them know. Yes. PowerPoint 19. You have to let the guru know I've been chanting for 1 year, I've been chanting for 6 months. Let's see. Selecting a guru. The scripture recommend that both the spiritual master and the disciple place each other under strict scrutiny before mutual acceptance. Since even ordinary household items are tested before acquisition, it is only an unfortunate fool who will fail to go through a testing period in the selection of his true spiritual master, who is the best friend of the living entities. So it's a criteria. Try to observe your guru, the way he does things, and he's also observing you simultaneously. how you do things. That's why you are chanting his mantra, how much you are really feeling connected. And himself is watching you, how much you are actually a dry wood. Dry wood means you're already following. You're already chanting 16 rounds. You are following the regulative principles. And you are a dry wood. Once you enter the fire, fire will catch. So this is very necessary. Then the point is that one must not bring upon himself the calamity of having to reject his spiritual master. If one is prudent, he can avoid such a situation. That observing the Guru for 1 year is very necessary because that brings about your prudence. If you observe him using your intelligence and whatever way you can use to evaluate, study the Guru, whether he's properly connected to the Paramparam, whether he's philosophically connected also, and his service attitude is paka, that he has no other business than serving Krishna as a pure devotee, then you go ahead. Otherwise, if you don't observe properly, you take a guru and later you begin to find fault with your guru and you leave, you renounce your guru. Why are you making noise into the video we are making? So in this way, you have to be very careful. You have to be prudent. Observe very well so that you don't bring about a situation whereby you have to renounce your guru later and commit spiritual suicide. Okay? So that is it. Selecting a guru. It is the personal responsibility of candidates for initiation to correctly choose by the exercise of their own intelligence a particular devotee as a spiritual master. And candidates for initiation should accept initiation from a spiritual master only after developing firm and mature faith in that devotee and in his ability to take them back to Godhead. Sadhu, Shastra, and Guru are the authoritative references to apply in ascertaining the level of advancement of a devotee. So you don't judge. There's a difference between being judgmental and being discriminative. A devotee is allowed to discriminate, but is not allowed to judge. Okay, that's where use of the intelligence come in. You have to use your intelligence to scrutinize. What are the parameters for discrimination? The parameter is Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. This person I want to take as a guru, is he acting according to Guru, Sadhu, Shastra? Does he have the qualifications of a guru? Is he acting according to the scriptural injunctions? Or is his activities, his life, way of life, in accordance with other pure devotees? Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. So if you use this parameter to evaluate somebody, it is called discrimination. It is judgmental only when you are just speculating, outside of these parameters. You are judging somebody not because your activities, your parameters are not, they are outside of these particular 3 parameters, authorized parameters, Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. So it is very important that we discriminate, but we don't judge. But if we judge, we commit offenses because you cannot understand the ways of a devotee based on your own thinking. But you can only judge or you can only discriminate based on if his activities are in line with Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. We know the qualifications of a bona fide Guru. We know the activities of a Sadhu, and we know the scriptural injunctions. So if a particular Guru's activities are in line with Guru, Sadhu, Shastra, then you can accept him as a spiritual master. So first 1 year, 1 year preparatory period. You should engage favorably in devotional service within that 1 year. You should strictly follow the 4 regulative principles within that 1 year. You should chant 16 rounds a day at least within that 1 year. Attend full morning program of temple resident. If you are a temple resident devotee, you must attend. The temple authority will evaluate your affinity for the lay down programs, your attitude towards Mangalati, and all the programs are set forward by Srila Prabhupada. Then attend morning program at home or Namahata. If you are a non-temple devotee also, you are encouraged to attend morning program, Mangalati, chant your 16 rounds, and attend Mangalati. If you cannot do Mangalati on your own alone, you can record. You can record audio of Mangalati, maybe you yourself singing Mangalati. You record it, all the Mangalati songs, starting from Samsara down to the end to Nisinga. Then you'll be listening to it. When you wake up, you take your bath, just like as a temple resident devotees. You take your bath, then you put on your audio and you start playing and you follow up. This is the worst you can perform. Those who are advanced, more advanced, they do proper program. They have all the paraphernalias and they sing and they offer and they do just exactly as they are doing in the temple. If you do that, you are forming the foundation for the whole day. That foundation will sustain you for the whole day. So it is very, very important. Laziness is not encouraged. If you are practicing this at home, anywhere you get to, you will be able to function very well. Chanting of 16 rounds in your home and also attending the morning programs. This will be practice. This will be practiced by all devotees. But if you are in temple, there's no question of not following the programs. Okay? So this is what is expected. This is the first step. If you are doing this, you are a dry wood. As soon as you enter the Jagya, you just catch fire and the fire burning. The guru will be happy. You will be happy in the end. Because your activities are already in line. You are already following. It is not a new thing. It is not something difficult. You have been practicing it. So you just continue the practice melodiously. You see? So it is very beautiful if you are able to practice before you take initiation. So it doesn't matter where you are. Chant your 16 rounds. Try to do Mangalati. If you cannot, you don't have the paraphernalia to do it, you can just make an audio and play it and sing along. But be ready to wake up early in the morning, take your bath, and play the audio, sing along with it, and do your morning program. It's a ritual. If you do that, definitely you are connected. The Paramparam Shakti will sustain you through everything around you will be protected. That's your protection, that's your security, that is your everything. The Paramparam Shakti. Okay, then the second point, second step is Prabhupada Ashraya. Before taking initiation, a devotee's focus should be on Srila Prabhupada. That means focus our attention on Srila Prabhupada as the preeminent Siksha Guru. You should read Prabhupada's books. You should discuss favorably about Prabhupada to others. You should study the purport of Srila Prabhupada. You should do a Prabhupada Guru Puja. You should do everything, play Prabhupada Japa and chant along with it. You have to be focused on Srila Prabhupada as the preeminent Guru, preeminent Siksha Guru. Then chant Srila Prabhupada's pranam mantra while offering obeisances. Because if you have not gotten a guru, the question is, which mantra do you chant when you are offering obeisances? You have to chant Srila Prabhupada's mantra. No, you have not gotten a guru. But when you get a guru, you will chant your guru's mantra first, then you chant at least the first stanza of Srila Prabhupada's mantra. If you have not gotten a guru, you have to chant Srila Prabhupada's mantra. So that is the recommendation. Then again, you should receive guidance from respective ISKCON spiritual authorities. That means you must take shelter of devotees who are in good standing, who are following the temple authorities, follow their directions, act under their direction. And provided they are telling you to follow the 4 regulatory principles, to chant your rounds, to do some service, attend Mangalati, attend all program, Bhagavatam class, and trying to engage you in devotional service, follow them. Okay? So follow them religiously. Then you should complete ISKCON disciple course. This ISKCON disciple course you are doing, you have to do it first. That is the standard in ISKCON. Before you take your initiation, first initiation, you must do this particular course so that you can know what is involved in the matter of taking initiation. You will not be caught, as a stranger. You should know everything before. Okay? So this course is very compulsory. If you don't do the course, you cannot take initiation. No guru will initiate you. We will tell you to go and do the course first. But we are making it available so that you'll be prepared ahead. This will not be an obstruction to your taking initiation. Then again, the third step, Diksha and Siksha Guru Padasraya. Diksha and Siksha Guru Padasraya. What does that mean? After a minimum of 6 months of following the above, one may select an ISKCON authorized Diksha Guru from among one's established Siksha Gurus. Know that 6 months is the minimum period, and one may take as much time as required to make a selection. That means before you select the guru, you must be following for at least 6 months. Then after 6 months, then you select a guru, because at the beginning there will be many Siksha Gurus. Some of them might not be initiating gurus, but some are initiating. So if you see that any initiating guru's instructions inspire you so much, within that 6 months you must have observed enough, then you can select one of them as your guru. After 6 months, then you take his mantra, pranam mantra, then you chant that mantra for another 6 months, making 1 year. Then you take initiation. Responsibility of candidates to choose guru by the experience of their own intelligence. It is your responsibility to choose a guru by yourself. Just as we were saying, don't allow somebody else to choose a guru for you. You have to choose a guru for yourself, because it's your own personal, interpersonal relationship with the guru. Nobody will do your duty as a disciple for you. It is you and your guru. So you select the guru so that you will not hold anybody else accountable for giving you a particular, you gave me this guru. I didn't desire to get this guru. It is you who induced me to get a guru, because your guru, you say your guru is the best guru. But it's avoided. We should avoid it. That's why people should not campaign for their gurus. Like in a multi-guru environment like ours here, we have His Holiness Kavichandra Maharaj, we have His Holiness Bhaktisiddhanta Damodara Maharaj, we have His Holiness Bhakti Chaudhry Maharaj, we have His Grace Srivas Vanachari. If any disciple from any guru try to campaign to you, hey, take initiation from my guru now, take initiation from my guru, try to move, do some groundwork, don't listen to that. Okay? Don't take a guru, don't be convinced by someone to take his own guru as your guru. It is a personal responsibility. So you should just look and select the one that inspires you most, because it's something you must follow for life. Notify the local temple president or relevant authority. If you have seen a guru that inspires you, that you want to take initiation from, then you notify, you tell your temple president that I want to take initiation from so guru. Don't even let the temple president choose for you, guru for you. You should choose guru for yourself. Then tell the temple president that you want to take initiation from so guru. Okay? Then, though sometimes there used to be some kind of corruption there. That some temple presidents, they may look at a particular candidate is financially well situated and is giving regular donations. They don't care whether he's following or not. They push him to take initiation from any of the gurus of their choice. Sometimes it happens. And when some temple presidents are selfish, they even collect money. They collect Lashmi from the prospective candidates, good Lashmi, and their calculation anytime they are in need of Lashmi, they will fall on that person. So whether the person is qualified or not, they will just push him to take initiation after collecting money from him. So that is a corrupt practice. It's not our standard. Then take written examination issued by ISKCON authority. Sometimes you write some exams. Temple may design it according to their own parameters. There is no standard examination, but each and every temple can design some examination situationally to ascertain the level of readiness of particular devotees. Then receive formal letter of recommendation from ISKCON authority. Okay, so before you approach the guru, your temple president that you have already approached, that you want to take initiation from so group, he can give you letter of recommendation. Because the gurus are also careful that when you give initiation to unqualified disciples or people who do not follow after taking initiation, it becomes a burden on them. So if somebody recommends you to them, that person also take 50% of any reaction that may accrue if you decide not to follow properly. The person who recommends you take 50%. That's why those who recommend you, they have rights to continue to monitor you, to help to correct you, to make sure that you are following, because they are also accountable now to the Paramparam for recommending you. They have a role to play in your spiritual upliftment. So you have to take them very seriously, as much as you will take your guru seriously. So you should take them very seriously, those who recommend you for initiation. Because if you don't follow, 50% of the reaction will be. But if you follow properly and you become a proper devotee also, 50% of your pious credit will go to them also. Because they carry responsibility on your behalf. Okay, then receive permission from the selected guru. Okay, when you take the letter of recommendation from the temple authority that recommends you, they present it to the guru, and the guru either accept or say no. We find out more about you. He may accept you, and he might say, wait for next time, be chanting my pranams. The guru has the right to do so. Then begin to worship that guru and chant his pranam mantra, followed by at least the first line of Srila Prabhupada's pranam mantra, just as we said before. In addition to taking instruction from one selected Diksha Guru, one continues to take instruction from one's established Siksha Gurus. As you are taking instruction from your Diksha Gurus, you continue to take instruction from your Siksha Gurus. You cannot say you have graduated just because you have gotten a Diksha Guru, then you ignore your immediate temple authorities. You should work in harmony with them. That is part of the discipline. Okay. Communicate to Guru and local authorities if one decides to aspire for initiation from another ISKCON Guru. So this is the third step. There are 4 steps. It remains one more step. And what is that step? Harinam initiation. You want to pass? One more step. That is the initiation proper, Harinam initiation. That means after a subsequent minimum of 6 months, one may accept Vaishnava Diksha. The Guru is under no obligation to initiate a candidate. After initiation, one may accept additional Siksha Gurus with the permission of one's Diksha Guru. That means after a subsequent minimum of 6 months, one may accept a Vaishnava Diksha Guru. That time the Guru has seen you and he may decide to give you initiation. At the point of initiation, you make vows. Actually, the initiation point is the point whereby you are officially connected to the ISKCON family. And your Diksha Guru is the person connecting you, is the person through whom you get connected to the global universal ISKCON family. So it's a big family you are coming into, a family where you have uncles, the Guru's god brothers and sisters. You know, you have to give all of them proper respect. Then all the seniors you meet in the family, you have to respect them. You have to take direction from them. You have to take guidance from them. You don't say, oh, just me and my guru alone. Then all the other family members go to hell. No, you will find it very, very difficult. That's why you have to respect all Vaishnavas. Respect all gurus, both the ones who are not your Diksha gurus, that are Siksha gurus. Respect everyone in the family. Because it's the whole family's responsibility to make sure that you become a proper devotee for your guru. They all have a role to play. Okay, so your own is to respect them, be humble, recognize all the family members, and try to act in a way that they will be pleased with you whenever they see you. Oh, so that is a good boy. Act in a way that say, oh, that is a good boy. I know his character. I know his attitude. He's a good boy. So act like that. So otherwise, if you think just your guru, when your guru is there, you are there doing service. As soon as your guru goes, you don't care for anyone. That means you don't know how to become a proper disciple. And you find difficulty in your devotional life. You know, most of the time your guru might not even be physically around. It is the god brothers of your guru and other senior devotees that will be there to guide you on daily basis. So if you have developed a nonchalant attitude towards everyone apart from your guru, how will you function? They are the ones to train you. It is through their blessings you can become a proper devotee. But now you have become, you know, whimsical towards them. So you deny yourself of the opportunity to become a proper disciple. The mercy you deny, you reject the mercy that is supposed to come through them. So you are only doing yourself if you do that. Okay. Now let's go to some of the slides, more of the slides now. Are there some questions and commentaries on these points so far? It's very important.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare.
Yeah. You did mention of the when selecting a guru, and you made some commentary that we have these 4 gurus available here for us. His Holiness Srivadas Vanachari Maharaj, His Holiness Charadishna Maharaj, His Holiness Kavichandra Swami Maharaj, and His Holiness Dera Damodara Swami Maharaj. I want to ask, are we going to choose a guru out of these 4 gurus? Or that means no one, or we cannot, as we are here now, we cannot choose a guru outside these 4 gurus? That's my question.
Your question is very nice. Thank you very much. You can choose a guru from outside them. You can choose a guru from anywhere. You can choose any guru from any part of the world. But the question is, how much is this guru going to be available for you to be able to guide you and to be able to act in a way that you can observe? Because your duty to observe how the guru does his devotional services, so that you can learn from there by his own personal example. If your guru is the type that you are not going to see for many, many years before you see him once, unless you are very mature, and you have to, it is difficult to observe him, to see him and observe him. And some, even they cannot even communicate properly. You may write a letter and it may take you a year to get a response, or you might not even get a response. There are many advantages of taking a guru that you can easily see who is available to answer your questions, to guide you through. So while you can take from any guru from anywhere, these considerations must be there. Who is actually available to answer your questions and to guide you when you have some challenges that needs immediate attention. So you consider all that, okay? But you can take from anywhere. If you are matured enough to deal with not being in the physical presence of your guru for a long time, you can take from anywhere. Take from anywhere. After the Siksha gurus are there, provided you be humble enough to follow the guidance of the Siksha gurus, and everyone else can act as your Siksha guru while your Diksha guru is far away. Okay? Because of our level of advancement and maturity, most of the time we take the ones that is always readily available. That's one of the reasons. Prabhuji?
Hello, Prabhu, thank you.
That's okay? You can take from anyone from anywhere,
Okay.
but you have to make these considerations.
Okay.
Now, let's read what is on the screen. Selecting guru. Receiving official ISKCON guru approval signifies that the devotee has successfully completed the authorization process set forth in ISKCON law, and that in the judgment of certain senior devotees, the candidate measures up to the standards and guidelines given in ISKCON law. So yes, that's why before you take initiation, sometimes the guru will tell you to go and get approval from certain senior devotees. You might decide to select certain senior devotees. So go and get approval from them. Even though you have been recommended, you have been chanting my mantra, I still need approval from some senior devotees. So you come around, and if you have not been acting properly, some will be reluctant to come in like that, because it's a kind of implication, taking responsibility for you. So you have to always act properly, knowing fully well that you need to be recommended by somebody. Now, receiving official ISKCON guru approval signifies that the devotee has successfully completed the authorization process set forth in ISKCON's law, and that in the judgment of certain senior devotees, the candidate measures up to the standards and guidelines given in the ISKCON law. However, such approval is not automatically to be taken as a statement about the degree of God realization of the approved guru. And it is not intended to replace the intelligent discrimination of the candidates. Okay. The serious subject matter. Okay, this is a group exercise. We are not going to do guru exercise. Selecting guru. It is imperative that a serious person accept a bona fide spiritual master in terms of the Shastric injunctions. Sri Jiva Goswami advises that one not accept a spiritual master in terms of hereditary or customary social and ecclesiastical conventions. One should simply try to find a genuinely qualified spiritual master for actual advancement in spiritual life. You do not take a guru just because it's a social custom. Everybody is having guru, so you have to belong. You know, my family member, my father, my brother, my sisters, my dog, these are the people I know. And then my guru also. Everybody is having a guru. I must have a guru also. You must have a guru for spiritual that you want to take spiritual life seriously. Then you look for the qualifications of a guru. And if you find those qualifications in a particular guru, then you should try to take shelter of him by initiation. So in this way, you get connected officially to the global Vaishnava family. It is not a fashion. You have to take a spiritual master because you want to advance in spiritual life, in the matter of executing the devotional, 9 processes of devotional service, and the matter of going back to Godhead. Okay? Spiritual. Tad Vigyanatam, Sa Gurum, Eva Bikashet. Tad Vigyanatam, Sa Guru. What kind of knowledge? The Guru must have knowledge about the ultimate goal of life. Jikyashu Shreya Uttamam. He must have knowledge, sufficient knowledge about the ultimate goal of life. Not just how to begin, but what is the goal of all this process? Is to go back, come back to God, and it must be fixed there. Then he can now guide people on the track. Being focused, there is this anchor, there is a focal point. The focal point is to go back, come back to God. Then he can bring people along. Because there are a lot of distractions, either through the mind, through the intelligence, through the senses, through the environment. But if the focus is sharp and the guru has a fixed focus, then you are following him. You just look at the guru and follow his direction and guidance, and you will arrive. You see? Otherwise, it's very difficult. There are so many distractors on the way. So, Guru Mukha. You don't require large definition. What is Guru? So Vedic knowledge gives you indication that Tad Vigyanatam. If you want to know the science of spiritual life, Tad Vigyanatam Sa Guru Mipabikashet, you must approach Guru. Who is the Guru? Guru means who is most attached to Krishna. One who is attached to Krishna, who is situated in, who is fixed, who has a nista, who is fixed in service to Krishna. It's a guru. No big definition is needed. How much attachment does this person have for Krishna, then that becomes his qualification. So are there some questions or commentaries on these points? So we go over the qualifications of a bona fide spiritual master. His personal behavior and preaching, he must represent the parampara. Achara prachara namera karaha tui karya to me salva guru to me jagatira arya. You simultaneously perform both duties in relation to the holy name and by your personal behavior and by your preaching. You must be attached to chanting the holy names of the Lord and tell people about the potency of the chanting. Then you must be ready to conduct yourself accordingly. That means you have to preach by your personal example, fixed in the service of Krishna. Personal behavior. The behavior must conform with the philosophy. Therefore, you are the spiritual master of the entire world, for you are the most advanced. So, from any ashram, Kibavi Prakiba Niasi Sudrakene Nai, Ye Krishna Tatwa Veta say Guru Hoy. Whether one is a Brahmana, a sannyasi, or a Sudra, regardless of what he is, he can become a spiritual master if he knows the signs of Krishna. So casteism is not the qualification. Place of birth and family of birth is not the qualification. But acquiring the qualities is the qualification. And the real quality is that he must be attached to the service of Krishna, while simultaneously detached from saying that. Every one of you become the spiritual master. Amara Agena Guru Anatara Eidesa Yare Deka Tare Kaha Krishna Upadesh. From Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 7:128. Lord Chaitanya says that every one of you become the spiritual master. Every one of you. Why one, two? Every one of you. Oh, spiritual master is a very difficult job. No difficult job. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Amara Agyana, just try to carry out my order. That's all. Then you become a spiritual master. So we should all be ready to take responsibility to represent this movement by being exemplary in our behavior and conduct. And if you are exemplary in your behavior and you are fixed in the philosophy without adulteration, then of course you are a spiritual master. Those who look up to you, who follow your example, will not be disappointed. They will attain the ultimate goal. Every one of you become a spiritual master. It is not a monopoly. Spiritual mastership, not a monopoly. It's not assigned to only few disciples. Everyone is given the mandate to act exemplarily. Follow the regulatory principles, chant 16 rounds, and let that translate in your personal conduct, your interpersonal conduct, in your control of the urges of the senses, and you become a spiritual master. Right? On my order, that is the crucial point. So everyone can become a spiritual master. A spiritual master must have sufficient knowledge. So many other qualifications. No. Even without any qualification, one can become a spiritual master. How? Now the process is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Amara again. On my order. That is the crucial point. One does not become a spiritual master by his own whims. That is not spiritual master. It must be ordered by superior authority. That is why those who are impatient, they cannot wait for the process of Krishna consciousness. They want to take sannyas very fast. They want to become guru very fast. They leave ISKCON Then they go to some other Vaishnava movements, and they quickly become sannyasis. They give them those positions fast because ISKCON standard is very high. So when they go to this other Gaudiya Math, they see them as shiny stars. Immediately they want to initiate them so that they can also imitate the Prabhupada. So they get it quick. But after getting it, they cannot function. They don't get the nectar they used to get in ISKCON. So they want to come back. They want to come back, but they are not ready to also renounce, to follow the ISKCON standard. They don't want to give up what they have gone to take cheaply, but they want to be seen as sannyasis or gurus. Then there is problem. We have many senior devotees who are in that category now. They got dislocated from Srila Prabhupada's managerial structure. They don't get the nectar they were looking for, though they got the titles. So they are trying to come back to fish, to look for disciples among Srila Prabhupada's ISKCON. Instead of going to the world and making drunkards and non-meat eaters devotees, they want to make devotees out of ISKCON. Can you see the laziness? The field is wild. Srila Prabhupada has gone to make disciples from among the hippies, from among untouchables, and spread it to us. Then they want to come and make disciples from among Srila Prabhupada disciples. Therefore, we have to be very, very careful with them. Nobody tell them to dislocate. They dislocated them by themselves because they wanted it cheap. They wanted it cheap. You don't go, you do pretend small, then you get the position and you begin to enjoy as a big man. They wanted it like that. They were not patient enough to pass the test of ISKCON. And after getting it, they are not getting that service they want. They want to come and be respected in ISKCON by those who are following the ISKCON standard. But they are not getting it. And they are not getting it anywhere else. So they are looking for disciples among ISKCON devotees. Sometimes they come in some fashion, sometimes they try to lure people with money. Oh, you want to go to America or you want to go to UK? I will take you there. Then somebody who is having that desire to go will just join them. And he goes there. When he goes there, he finds his way. Because his intention is not genuine, not devotional. Their own intention also is also cheating. The foundation is wrong. So they disappoint themselves. They are tired. They want to come to ISKCON, but they are not humble enough. Because ISKCON will tell them, go and drop this your so-called sannyasi first. Become a brahmachari, live in the ashram for some time. When we are satisfied with your conduct, we'll give you sannyas. They are not ready for that because they have already enjoyed the position of sannyas, which they didn't deserve. So these things are going on. So let us learn how to function within ISKCON and be happy in Krishna consciousness. We should not accept Guru, we are summarizing. We should not accept Guru suddenly out of fanaticism. That is very dangerous. The way this Guru dance, I like it so much. The way he sings, the way he gives Hima Prasada to us. Oh, I like that Guru. He was smiling with everybody. So I want to take initiation from. These are wrong reasons. Okay? We should not take Guru out of fanaticism. Okay? The Shastra enjoined that before we take a Guru, we should study him carefully to find out whether we can surrender to him. We should not accept the Guru suddenly out of fanaticism. That is very dangerous. The Guru should also study the person who wants to become a disciple to see if he's fit. That is the way of relationship established between the Guru and the disciple. Then meet together at least for 1 year. Yes, in Hari Bhakti Vilas by Sanatana Goswami, it is directed that the spiritual master and the disciple must meet together at least for 1 year, so that the disciple may also understand that here is a person whom I can accept as my Guru. And the Guru also can see that here is a person who is fit for becoming my disciple. then the business is nice. Okay? No shortcut. One must hear him at least for 1 year. One must not bring upon himself the calamity of having to reject his own spiritual master. Because if you take Guru for wrong reasons, with wrong intentions, you may end up becoming dissatisfied and wanting to renounce your Guru. And that becomes very, very dangerous and unfortunate. Okay, therefore, this is what is advised. The scriptures recommend that both the spiritual master and the disciple place each other under strict scrutiny before mutual acceptance. Since even an ordinary household items are tested before acquisition, it is only an unfortunate fool who will fail to go through a testing period in the selection of a true spiritual master, who is the best friend of all humanity. The point is that one must not bring upon himself the calamity of having to reject. If one is prudent, he can avoid such a situation. Then one should not accept a spiritual master in terms of social conventions. Correctly choose by the exercise of their own intelligence. You choose a guru for yourself. Not anybody can choose guru for you. So there are many other codes in support of that. And that brings us to the end. And the next lesson is lesson 7, initiation vows. And we are going to deal with that on Tuesday. Thank you very much. Are there some questions or commentaries on this point so far? Are there some questions or commentaries on this point? Yes, Onyeka called Jehovah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. I enjoy your lectures, your inspirations.
Hare Krishna, thank you very much.
The area I need a clarification is one, he said that one should study his guru for like a year so that you see the compartment between the two of you. Then in the area where you don't have opportunity to more than one guru, and it's only one guru you've been a kind of seeing, then how can one be able to make choice among, since you have only access to one guru, you are not be hearing from different gurus?
That's a big question. Maybe your karma wants you to take initiation from that particular guru alone. Otherwise, in the present ISKCON multi-guru environment, you have opportunity to associate with different kinds of gurus. Yes. You have opportunity to associate with different kinds of gurus. But if circumstances keep you in a place where you have no access to any other guru, that means your karma will want you to take initiation from that guru. So you should obey your karma and take the guru and try to see Prabhupada in him and follow him. Provided it's not deviating, you can still get your ultimate destination. So the karma will situate you where you can have access to more gurus so you can evaluate. Sometimes in trying to evaluate plenty gurus, you might even get confused. So Krishna can just narrow it down for you and just select one for you and keep you in that environment whereby only him you can see. It's a fortune in disguise.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. I'm grateful, sir.
Please, any other question? Any other question?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Please, I may ask if the guru is a sannyasi. Me too, I have a wife and children. Can I choose that guru?
Why not? There are many householders whose gurus are sannyasis. Many householders, and they do very well. Sannyasi does not mean he does not know what is going on. He knows what is going on, and he can guide. He can guide anyone householder who is ready to listen. See, though there are advantages of getting a householder guru if you're also an householder, but also the sannyasi gurus can also guide very well. And we are seeing them, all the sannyasi gurus, most of their disciples are householders, and they are doing very well. If you take a Grihastha guru, because you are a Grihastha, and if he gives you instructions and you don't follow the instructions, even though it's a Grihastha guru, there will be no extra advantage over the sannyas guru. If sannyas guru gives you instruction and you follow it, you might have advantage more than over the Grihastha guru whom you did not follow his instruction. So the important thing is to follow the instructions of the guru, because both the Grihastha guru and the sannyasa guru, they give you similar instructions on how to live a standard household life. They give you the same instruction actually. So if you would feel more comfortable with the Grihastha guru, then you take from the Grihastha guru. The choice is yours. Okay? The choice is
Hare
yours.
Krishna Prabhu.
When you take a Grihastha guru, you know that the Grihastha guru has a wife also. Oh, you are taking both of them as, you know, as you relate to the husband, so you should relate. You see the guru's wife as your mother. Then you serve them nicely. Then you'll be happy. Okay. So the choice is yours. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah. Oyeka God.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. This is your name too big, oh. Oyeka God, Jehovah.
Man, now next the interpretation that I come for there.
You want to enter into God's body, huh? Imagine to him. Oyeka God, Jehovah. You have a question?
First, this one is a question and reaction, Sha. The rush to take science because they don't, so they are not capable to follow ISKCON standard. And they are now promising people heaven and earth, like taking people to America and other countries. And those people now find their way, which means cheater means cheater now.
Yeah, the cheater has been cheated now. This is what is going on now. They take down, they make very flimsy promises. Very simple, make it very rosy. Then they follow. Those who want to go to America now, want to go to other places, seeing the promise is coming, opportunity has come. I will follow you. They follow. When they reach there, they show them their real color also and disappear. So the cheater is cheated. You see, no shortcuts. If you want shortcut, somebody will give you shortcut also. This is going on. So in the end, they become empty. They try, they cannot make non-devotees, Kamis devotees. They are not enjoying their sannyasiship, and they have to come to ISKCON. And when they come, they want to be seen as sannyasi and be respected as sannyasi, but ISKCON devotees are wise also.
Yeah.
So they find it difficult. They start looking for disciples, more disciples among ISKCON. So the ISKCON devotees that cannot follow, that are disdrawn to that on the edge, they are the ones they pick as their best devotees. Then they show them their level along the line. That's what's going on. This cheater has been cheated. See, spiritual life is not cheap. We have to be ready to accept discipline. Understand? You have to be ready to accept discipline. And Islam Prabhupada has given a structure that makes that discipline possible, whereby each and everyone is accountable to someone else. And you decide to come out of that, you dislocate yourself from that structure because you want something cheap. You will get cheap things. Then in your whole lifetime, you become like a ghost. You are a devotee, you are a sannyasi, but you are not enjoying the respect that you're supposed to get as a sannyasi from ISKCON devotees, where kirtans are very sweet, lectures are very sweet, there's big sangha, and you cannot function properly. You are like a ghost just because you took that hasty decision out of impatience and desire to control. Get it? So let us stay within the framework of ISKCON, work diligently, and at the right time, we'll be elevated. Okay? Let patiently work within the structure, within the framework of ISKCON, as defined and established by Srila Prabhupada. So, Founder Charles Laisi Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. So, thank you very much. See you on Tuesday. And we'll take lesson 7 so you can read ahead, especially if you have the student handbook. Go and read ahead. So we'll meet on Tuesday. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
ISKCON founder Charles A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Pura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Okay, thank you.